Mark Schanowski's Big Board 5.0 had some movement, particularly around the bottom half of the top 10. We take the time to go over some of the best performances of the week from prospects on Schanowski's NBA Draft Big Board. RJ Barrett, Duke, 23 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists, 0 turnovers. The 18-year-old Canadian joined some elite Blue Devil company, netting the first triple-double since Sheldon Williams in 2006. It was also the fourth triple-double all-time in Duke basketball history. Police car light, 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 police car light. First triple-double since 2006 at RJ Barrett. 23 points, 11 boards, 10 dimes, 0 to in 36 minutes, 8 to 16 FG. Pic.twitter.com/ZCXAJ6M. Duke basketball at Dukem. February 17, 2019. We've seen Barrett rack up nice point and rebound totals before, but we rarely see him play under control. On Saturday night, Barrett had 0 turnovers in an NCAA game for this first time in his career. His three-point shot wasn't falling, but Barrett went 6-6 from the free throw line and flashed the ability to score from the mid-range, a crucial part of his game, especially if it takes a while for his three-point jumper to fully develop. Slow-motion look at RJ Barrett's shooting mechanics. He's shooting 33.8% from 3 on 151 attempts and 66.9% from the free throw line this season. Pic.twitter.com/bxfacmtcvg. Mike Schmitz, at Mike Schmitz. February 16, 2019. Despite Barrett's jumper being maddeningly inconsistent, his ability to get into the lane would allow him to thrive in the NBA. If he beats his man off the dribble, which he does with regularity, a help defender has to commit to getting his way early or else. At Floyd Mayweather likes what he sees from it. RJ Barrett 6 eyes. Pic.twitter.com/DaxFaith3Z. SportsCenter, at SportsCenter. February 17, 2019. Barrett, this basketball reference, has the second highest assist rate on the team behind point guard Trey Jones and one of the lowest turnover rates on the team as well. If Barrett keeps taking steps forward as a playmaker, then any concerns about his inconsistent shooting or defense take a backseat to that development. DeAndre Hunter, Virginia, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Hunter is the prototypical 3-and-D small forward prospect. He has great length, strong hands, and is capable of guarding bigger players in the post and holding his own against smaller, faster players on the perimeter. And on offense, Hunter is a knockdown shooter who has improved as a playmaker as well. So far in the 2018-19 season, Hunter is shooting a hyper-efficient 45.1% from the three-point line and 53.3% from the field. In Virginia's win over Notre Dame on Saturday, Hunter came up big time with a 20-point, 10-rebound double-double. Flexed biceps. DeAndre Hunter 2-0 points, rebounds. Whatever team takes Hunter knows what they are getting, though he obviously has tons of room for development. His feel for the game is in question, especially on offense where he can sometimes show a surprising lack of aggression for a player who scores just under 15 ppg. At Coley's Wicker says this is a microcosm of DeAndre Hunter's offense, and that worries me. Pic.twitter.com/co7qkdz53r. Lazarus Jackson, at Liz Chance. February 16, 2019. The most important thing that Hunter did in the win over Notre Dame was getting to the free throw line. Hunter went 6/7 from the charity stripe against the Fighting Irish, the most FT attempts he has had in a game since January 29. Morant, Murray State, 25 points, 8 rebounds, 14 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. The prospect that the Bulls have been linked to most in recent weeks and none other than viral sensation Morant of Murray State. John Paxson was recently spotted at a Murray State game scouting Morant, and this comes on the heels of the Bulls publicly stating that they are still evaluating what they have at point guard. In his latest game, a win over the Eastern Kentucky Colonels, Morant netted a 25-point, 14-assist double-double. And Morant was explosive in getting into the teeth of the defense, finishing 5-6 from the free throw line. His turnovers aren't a huge concern, as he obviously is the only ball handler on his team. That being said, 9 turnovers are unacceptable, and it is the 4th time this season that Morant has ended a game with 9 or more turnovers. On the positive side, Morant's teammates shot a combined 63.6% from the field in the win over Eastern Kentucky, showing just how vital Morant's 14 assists were to the Racers' offense. Those 14 dimes also helped Morant make some history on the evening. With 14 assists tonight, @RazorShoop sophomore Ja Morant @IGotGame_12 set the OVC single-season assists record 256. pic.twitter.com/vo72x8ysx Ohio Valley Conference @OVC Sports, February 17, 2019. And on the scoring side of things, he had one his most efficient shooting nights in quite some time, going 9/17 from the field, which included a solid 2/5, 40% shooting from three-point range. His three-point percentage for the season is at 32.5%. That figure isn't great, but it is better than his freshman year and on a greater volume of attempts, which shows a good amount of growth from the young guard. https://twitter.com/Mike Schmidt's status: 1,083,541,351,382,752. His jump shot form leads me to believe that he will not become an elite, off-the-dribble three-point shooter at any point in the NBA, but as we've seen throughout his NCAA career, a lack of a pull-up three-point shot won't stop Ya from becoming a great scorer at the next level. Help us welcome Ja Morant to the 1,000-point club. Congratulations at IGotGame_12. pic.twitter.com/1dfxja8qw98 Murray State MBB @RazorShoops, February 17, 2019. Zion Williamson, Duke, 32 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals. There aren't any new developments as far as Williamson's NBA draft stock goes. He was extremely aggressive and finished with 16 field goal attempts, his third highest in a single game this season. Williamson converted on 75% of his shots, which again, falls in line with his absolutely ridiculous 68% shooting from the field on this season. Williamson's final stat line in the win over NC State was 32 points, 6 rebounds, an assist and 3 steals in 30 minutes of action, and while his dominance over NC State was on Saturday night was superb, NBA fans were already thinking about what Zion's first NBA All-Star weekend will look like. Save us at Zion32, JWOB Harris, @WorldWideWob, February 17, 2019. Zion is going to score nothing but 50s next year. Dan Greenberg, @StoolGreeny, February 17, 2019. Next year's dunk contest with Zion32 is going to be crazy. Alex Kennedy, @AlexKennedyNBA, February 17, 2019. Levine, Gordon, Diallo, Zion next year in Chicago. pic.twitter.com/CWXNKJHPZ4, Rickcamp, @RickCamp670, February 17, 2019. The Rising Stars Challenge is a fun showcase for the young stars of the NBA to show off their skills in a fast-paced game with little to no defense. So while you can't gain much in terms of serious scouting information from this game, you can get a better picture of where a youngster ranks among the hierarchy of top prospects in the league. And if Friday night was any indication, Lauri Markkanen is certainly near the top of the totem pole when it comes to the best young talents in the league. That Luka Doncic to @Markkanen Lauri connection smiling face with hard eyes. pic.twitter.com/CFCNK7A1JZ, Chicago Bulls, @Chicago Bulls, February 16, 2019. Markkanen's above alley-oop, assisted by stellar Rookie of the Year frontrunner Luka Doncic, showcased what could have been for the 2018-19 Bulls, who were reported to be discussing options to move up in the 2018 draft to try to land the stellar Slovenian prospect. But Bulls fans, for one half you got to see the potential of this duo. Among the best international prospects in the world, Markkanen tied for the team lead with 17 field goal attempts. No MVP honors for @Markkanen Lauri, but he finished with 21 PTS on 52.9% shooting, including going 3/7 from 3 PT range, and broke out this huge windmill dunk in a very productive 22 minutes. Team USA won over Team World 161-144. The finisher was his usual self from three-point range, converting on 3/7 from deep. Markkanen didn't just show off his range though. He impressed with athleticism that Bulls fans see in pre-game warm-ups often, but that the rest of the hoops world may not know about. Lowry casually bringing out a windmill dunk at NBA All-Stars Rising Star Game, picked out twitter.com/odd4tcthrsp, Chicago Bulls, at Chicago Bulls, February 16, 2019. The USA team went into half with a 12-point lead. But Team World came out firing in the second half, opening up with a 46-point third quarter in which Markkanen 6 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. Ultimately, Markkanen's 21 points, 6 rebounds and 2 assists weren't enough to nab MVP, more so considering that Team USA held on for a 161-144 win. But Markkanen showed that he belongs in any conversation about the best young players in the league, and that is more important than any accolade from a glorified scrimmage. Markkanen had fun, he played well and seems to have indicated that he is sure to have more in store next year. Lauri Markkanen will play for Team World in the Rising Stars Challenge on Friday, and he's excited to play for one of his basketball role models. Dirk Nowitzki is coaching the team. Markkanen already had some fun with Nowitzki and Luka Doncic on social media after he landed in Charlotte. While talking to reporters on Friday, Markkanen touched on what it means for him to have the legendary German coach him. "He's done so much for the game of basketball, especially for me," Markkanen said. "I grew up looking up to him and tried to model my game after him, so it means a lot to me that he's the coach of the team. The comparisons between the two are easy. Both are European 7-footers known for sharp shooting." For now, Markkanen compares favorably with Nowitzki in their first 2 years in the NBA. Markkanen is averaging more points, rebounds and shooting at a higher rate from the three-point line than Nowitzki did in each of his first 2 seasons at the same ages. Nowitzki made a big leap after each of those first 2 seasons, and his third year was the first of 12 straight seasons where Nowitzki averaged more than 21 points per game. When the two players first met, Markkanen admitted to being a bit starstruck. Nowitzki had plenty of praise for Markkanen at that meeting. "It was surreal to me just to meet him and talk to him and get a couple pieces of advice from him," Markkanen said. "I don't even remember too much about it because I was so excited about meeting him, but it was really great. I remember he told me there's going to be adversity and stuff, but you just gotta keep working through them. He believes I can be a great player in this league and I'm trying to live up to those expectations." Click here to download the new My Teams app by NBC Sports. Receive comprehensive coverage of your teams and stream the Bulls easily on your device.